Welcome to the Rude Dude Cast. Rude Cast!
Episode 177. Yeah?
177.
177 of the Red Dude Cast. Hello, everybody, live in the chat at twitch.tv/man_Deronius. Everybody listening later on podcast form and on YouTube. We come here every Wednesday, free of charge. But we are the Rude Dude Cast. We tell you the latest and greatest in video games, comic books, horror movies, pro wrestling, pop culture, what's streaming, what your mom's having for dinner at my house on Tuesdays when we're not social distancing and I'm putting myself in her mouth. But
all right,
we're just hanging out. I'm BMT. I am raiding Dr. Dan Manderonius's Twitch. We are a podcast. We've been doing this for about 5 years. When the pandemic hit, we brought it back after a 2-year hiatus. Down a member, but up in positivity. And we're always live on Dan's Twitch every Wednesday at 1, either before or after he is streaming the latest and greatest or oldest and moldiest of video games.
That's right.
What's going on, Dr. Dan?
Dude, hanging. Not much else. Was streaming a little bit before, and then now we're here.
What are you playing today? What's up, everybody in the chat?
I've been replaying because there's such a lack of new games out that I want to play.
Remastered.
Never. I wouldn't. I'm not into Final Fantasy. I never got into it. No, I've been replaying God of War because I really can't fucking wait for The Last of Us 2 to come out. And I'm trying to time it up perfectly because I'm going to replay The Last of Us 1, right? But I'm trying to time it perfectly where I start my Last of Us 1 replay so it leads perfectly into, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to finish The Last of Us 1 the day before Last of Us 2 comes out, right? Which I can do because I know I can finish The Last of Us 2 in like a couple of days. But God of War is so similar to The Last of Us that I started playing it again to kind of like curb my appetite for The Last of Us Part 2. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
It's like a hold me over, you know? So I've been playing that, that kind of a thing.
Cool.
Bro Metal, what's up?
No, fuck Bro Metal. We just got here, all right? You hold your questions. No, I'm kidding. What do you say?
He wants to know if I could finish The Last of Us 2 within 24 hours of gameplay. I can finish it within like 20 probably.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
What were you going to say, Terry?
Nothing. I like that name, Bro Metal Beard. I think it's
Bro Metal Beard.
Good Twitch handle.
Yes,
dude.
Yes.
So I've been just fucking, dude. Last week I had a fucking Twitch seminar. Did we talk? Was that before the last show?
I don't know. I think we talked briefly about it.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Took a Twitch seminar because like every band and their mother and everybody's now going on Twitch.
Sure.
And doing band shit. But today right before this, the reason why I'm late is because I took a 2.5-hour seminar on Adobe Premiere.
Okay, how was that? So
it was pretty cool. It was a Zoom meeting, and I got Premiere on the streets. I got a password to the cloud. So
okay, nice. There you go.
So I'm locked in, and it was all right. But since it was an introductory class, like a free 2-hour class, they started off real easy, or real simple, and then there was probably about 10 people in the class at different levels. So some people started just asking questions, and the teacher would just jump around, and I was like, well, I'm lost now.
Right.
I was trying to follow along on my computer a little bit, which I found out this piece of shit, Toshiba, which runs Windows 7, it does.
Shit, dude.
It doesn't allow anything other than Photoshop. And like, so I had to use Maggie's, my girlfriend's computer. She's got a nice MacBook. But But like, so that was a whole thing. So now I got to drive it to the hospital after work and drop off her computer so she can do some work on it. But, you know, I'm just trying to up my skills. But now I'm back on the Toshiba with your Logitech camera and this new microphone. So
Nice.
it's like RoboCop, or like when you take a piece of shit car and you put like a brand new transmission in it, even though the rest of the car is falling apart. That is the Toshiba I'm working on.
Yep. Yes, it is.
You know, so that's what my day's been like.
Okay.
Dude, fucking. So we got video game news to get to here.
Is there video game news? I'm completely out of the loop this week.
Dude, the biggest news to drop yesterday to all us cash gamers, all us casual gamers. Fucking Tony Hawk Remastered.
That's right. And it's, dude, I saw the trailer for that and it's actually impressive. Like, it's a full remake. You know what I mean? Visually, anyway. It's not like they just like made it 1080p and like 60 frames per second. Like they redid the textures, the lighting. It's all new. You know what I mean? So
yeah, dude, it's new and same soundtrack though.
Yes,
and
same
that's
soundtrack.
like that's like the huge thing about it. Like everybody was like, you know, unless it's the same soundtrack, I don't want to play it. Now I wonder, because things are remastered and because Father Simpson. Oh, I sound like the father in The Simpsons. You mean Homer? How old are you?
Homer.
You don't know the Homer's name? This is the Rude Dude cast. I'm a really nice guy, but you're getting rude. I'm getting rude on you. Especially if someone's going to say I sound like Homer Simpson. Fucking. But I wonder if they're gonna add more songs, or do you think that's going to be like a?
I think it's it. They got to keep it as it is. Although I know they added. Okay, so there's something you could do in later Tony Hawk games. A viewer told me this on Twitch. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but because it's been years since I played Tony Hawk.
Oh, I see in the chat you tried to use my emote, and I can't see it.
Yeah, you need to install Frankerface. But anyway, what were we talking about? Tony Hawk.
Yeah. So the music, dude. The game looks great. I think it'll do pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw people, normies like myself, who aren't like huge gamers, being like, "I'm buying a PS4 just for Tony Hawk."
Yeah. Oh, really?
I mean, I got my PS2 downstairs. Yeah, I mean, I got my PS2 downstairs. I can just pop in Tony Hawk anytime. But do I think it's worth getting a system for? Absolutely
No, definitely not. Especially when it's like most PS4 games are going to be forward compatible. So it's like, why not just wait to get a PS5 and play it on that? You know what I mean?
Possibly.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's going to be like a cool nostalgia thing. Some people might really be into it. I think especially a lot of people that are into like skating video games that have been waiting
dude, there hasn't been a good skating game since Skate 2.
Right. And the people have been like begging EA to make the next skate game for like a decade, and
yeah, but apparently that like team doesn't exist anymore. Like
No.
they dissolved the company and
right.
they moved on to, you know, bigger and better things.
Yeah. And also like with you know, there's a bunch of other skating games coming out soon though. That's the thing. There's like I think 2 or 3 of them that I heard of that are like gonna supposedly be like the next big skating game. I think it's called like Session or something like that. Or
it's crazy,
Session,
man. Because I people of our generation learned about so much different music from skating games. And
definitely,
I think it's crazy that it was like the skating games that were like the ones that lend themselves to that. Same thing with like, you know, any sort of the action sport games. You remember fucking, what was that game? 1080? 1080 was a good game. Cool Borders, like all those.
Cool Borders, dude.
SSX Tricky. Like they were all, like all the action sport games were always heavily like music influenced because
definitely
they didn't take you out of it. Like, you know.
Music in video games is especially like athletic games, like, you know, skateboarding and snowboarding are considered sports, right? But, you know, like I think of it as like NBA, you know what I mean? Like NBA 2K is like, without its soundtrack, you know what I mean? That's something that like a lot of 2K players look forward to, is like the soundtrack unveiling every year. It's, you know, it's like 2K does like what like Tony Hawk did for punk music, but for like hip hop, you know what I mean? In probably a less impactful way. You know what I mean? I think Tony Hawk was the kind of like soundtrack.
They put a
like,
lot of underground hip hop in there.
They do, but like a lot of the shit is just like whatever the hot fucking Drake song is at the time too. That like people forget. On 2K, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not Tony Hawk.
On 2K, yeah.
Not Tony Hawk on 2K.
The Tony Hawk games were like obscure,
obscure
hip hop artists.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like on 2K, it's like it's more like mainstream stuff that people forget about, as soon as the game's over. So yeah,
Wait a minute. There's a PS5.
it's coming out supposedly in the fall, but I have a feeling it's gonna get delayed. Bro Man Beard says, I'm actually low-key disappointed that PS5 doesn't have backwards compatibility with all previous... I thought it did. I thought that was one of their selling points. So anyway, yeah, so Tony Hawk, that's coming out soon, I think. I forgot when. I didn't catch the release date.
I think it's the fall.
It's only PS4 backwards compatibility. Ooh, well,
Compatibility.
That's cool. So maybe, it's one of those things like I'll probably pick up 3 years later when it's on sale for $5 one day. You know what I mean?
This like backwards compatibility thing has been like in the discussion of video game systems for so long now that I don't think that the systems themselves and the people in charge really know what to do with it, whether they want to do it or not. Because they can't figure out whether it's fucking them over money wise or
Well,
like I'm a firm believer. If you download something on your Xbox 360, it should carry over onto your Xbox One.
Yeah, I agree. I think,
if you pay for it.
I'm all for knocking the doors completely down. Where let's say like you buy a game on Xbox, I should be able to play it on my PC if I want to. I'm like, you know what I mean?
No way.
Like
they'll never do that.
Well, they do now.
That's the same idea of like Mac and like PC programs, like
right.
things like that.
But
what does Steam run on?
Steam is on Windows or Mac. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So that's cross-compatible. Well, like no, meaning like if you buy something on your Steam account on a Mac, will it play on your Steam account on a Windows?
If the game is compatible, right? So like most games aren't compatible with Mac. There's only like so many.
Yeah, what do you play on Mac? Like Checkers and Ski Free?
Right. Yeah, I think like like Minecraft probably is compatible with Mac, but you can't even get Minecraft on Steam. So so Steam is just like your account is your account and whatever's available on each platform, you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's kind of just how PC is. It's more, just whatever the hell you want to do. Whereas on console, it's more locked in. Except Xbox now, right? They have Game Pass, which is a thing with like 100 games in it. It's a subscription service, right? Where you pay like X amount of dollars a month. And then there's also like the PC version of Game Pass, right? So you can play and you can actually stream, not like stream like on Twitch, but you can stream like through cloud data, like stuff from your Xbox to your PC. That is possible. So Xbox is trying to be actually innovative in this, whereas PlayStation, I think, is at this point still a little more closed off on it. Like Xbox knows they're never going to beat PlayStation in sales ever again, because of how fundamentally they fucked themselves over like big time with this last console generation. That like this whole generation, PlayStation outsold Xbox like 2-1, and Xbox was playing catch up the whole generation, the last like 7 years, by like trying to like better their reputation through things like customer support, quality of life features, and stuff like that, because people were just buying the PlayStation that much more. And I think Xbox now they're trying to have like this for this next generation. The new system is called Xbox Series X, right? That's what they've unveiled for the new console that's coming out. Now the word series implies that sometime soon there's going to be like an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series L or something like that. You know what I mean? Like a whole ecosystem of consoles. One that might be like the big boy, you know what I mean, with the most hard drive space and the best specs. There might be one that's a little bit cheaper and a little bit, not as good, you know what I mean? But then there might be one that's supposed to be like a cloud streaming one, where it's just like something like a it's like something similar to like a Amazon Fire Stick or something like that, where you just literally stream games like the way you stream Netflix movies.
I don't know if those cloud systems can really handle the processing powers like that, right? Like,
so it exists already. That's what that Google Stadia thing is we were talking about last week, but it's terrible. And it's like the technology's it's not there yet, but Xbox, I think, is really making strides and trying to make it happen like really soon. And so I think Xbox doesn't care if you buy their console. They just want you in the door with one of their subscription services. That's what I think they care most about. Because now Xbox has said that there's going to be forward compatibility and backwards compatibility with all games going forward for the next like few years, right? So like all games that come out on the new series of Xbox consoles will be playable on past consoles, right? Like on Xbox One, basically. So that's what they're that's what I think Xbox is going for, whereas like PS5 is still trying to sell the consoles heavily. Wycon says, Mandaroni's your favorite sentence is, you know what I mean. You're not the first person that's told me that. I say that quite often. But yeah. So that's you know, I don't.
He just threw you off your game.
Yeah, it's okay. But you know, I think it's a long shot for these consoles to even come out this year. I know they're both Xbox and Sony has said that like it's happening. I just can't imagine that they're not going to get pushed back until 2021, though. You know,
dude, I can't believe
I just can't see it.
The sales of Switches have gone up crazy since the pandemic.
I'm not surprised. You know,
people just want to play Animal Crossing and
Animal Crossing that was the right game at the right time.
You know, just chill on that game.
Sure. People just wanted to calm the fuck down and play Animal Crossing. You know,
So
I get why that blew up when it did. Other than that,
other video game stuff. I got no other video game stuff.
Not at all. It's been a slow week besides the Tony Hawk thing. I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched any shows recently.
Really, I started Fargo last night. Ben.
Oh, what did you think of it, dude?
I'm only halfway through the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been trying to watch more movies. Like, you know, I'm getting tired of streaming.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been watching movies. I started watching. I already finished it. I watched all 3 Back to the Future movies this weekend. Yeah. Because I haven't watched them since I was like 10. You know what I mean? So, and I was like, you know what? I need to go back and watch Back to the Future. And so I did. And those movies are pretty good. I just think the weirdest thing about Back to the Future was that in Back to the Future 2, it really like shined a light on they had some real high expectations for us. You know what I mean? Like in 2015. When you go to Back to the Future 2, it's like, oh man, we didn't hit a lot of those benchmarks that they were expecting in the 80s. You know what I mean? No flying cars, no hoverboards, plenty of advertising, plenty of weird advertising. You know what I mean? But we kind of.
The only thing I've been streaming TV show wise is that show Dead to Me that came back last Friday.
I don't know.
It's with Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini.
Okay, is it any good?
Dude, yeah, Christina Applegate from Married with Children, and Linda Cardellini.
Yeah, I know Christina Applegate.
Linda Cardellini is like the main girl in Freaks and Geeks. She's also the hot girl in
Grandma's
Boy.
I know exactly what show you're talking about. I saw the trailer for it when I was going to watch. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. I was thinking about watching.
So we started watching that. We're almost done with that. But movie-wise, I got 2 movies that I watched on Shudder. I've been hearing about these ones for a while. Let's see here. I'll start off with the one that looked awesome and was terrible. Not terrible, but it's called Luz or Liz, L-U-Z. The trailer looks sick. It looks like an old 1980s, early 90s horror movie. And like it looks like it's going to be fucked up and they're using grainy camera footage.
Okay.
And it's about like a young cab driver. She drags herself into a brightly lit entrance of a rundown police station and a demonic entity follows her, determined to finally be close to the woman it loves.
What is this called?
Luz, L-U-Z.
All right, I'm gonna take notes for the episode description and shit.
So this one, the trailer looked great. It's German. It came out last year, but I've been seeing more things pop up on it, like all the streaming stuff.
And what service is it on?
It's on Shudder and it's on Amazon Prime.
It's a movie.
It's a movie, horror movie. Liz,
okay,
but basically, it's weird. It's like this girl's possessed. And they like recreate in the police station like what happened to her the night she got possessed. Mm-hmm. And like they do like this whole role playing thing, and it's fucking weird and different. It started off good and then kind of never got there.
Gotcha.
5.5, 5 out of 10. It's got a 5.5 on IMDb, and I don't know what it's got on Rotten Tomatoes. It's probably fucking. You never know. Rotten Tomatoes goes crazy with that shit. Sometimes they love this shit. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a internal server error report. So I guess Rotten Tomatoes doesn't want to work. It's got a 86% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience gave it a 58 rotten, which is basically a 5.5.
Gotcha.
So that never really got there. The other movie that was a big surprise, and I started hearing fucking grumblings and rumblings about it, like on different forums, is this movie called Blood Quantum. Dude, this movie is sick. not since the Train to Busan or the Train to Busan.
That's got a sequel now too, right?
Yeah.
Parasite.
I forgot what it's called. No, it's not Parasite.
Yeah, it's called like
Parasite
or something.
Oh, well, Parasite. Parasite's the same director or writer, but it's not the same. It's not the same story.
Peninsula. Sorry, Peninsula.
Peninsula. Yeah.
Peninsula.
But yeah, so not since Train to Busan have I seen a great original zombie movie.
All right.
Horde was pretty good, but like this was just a little brutal and kind of takes like the Rick Grimes character a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So I kept seeing it pop up and I was like, whatever. And then the reviews started getting pretty good. So I checked it out. IMDb gives it a 5.5, which I think is crazy because it was way better than 5.5. I would give it like a 7 out of 10, maybe even a 7.5. The violence and gore is pretty fucking crazy. There's a lot of cool kills. It's 90% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Same thing, 58% on the audience score, which I think is crazy. I thought it would be the other way around. Dude, are your neighbors blasting music?
Yes.
It sounds like Sean Paul.
It was just somebody
Is this
driving
the same
by.
neighbors that? It's not the same neighbors that listen to the Law and Order theme all the time.
No, it was. I think it was just somebody in passing. But like, dude, they like do this thing now where they fucking sit in the back parking lot and just sit in their car and blast music all day. It's like,
Are they smoking L's? Is that what they're doing?
nice? I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, the synopsis of Blood Quantum.
We're running out of time.
What happened?
Zoom has
What?
never kicked me off before.
Oh yeah, it says 10 minutes remaining.
Oh man, they
What
never
the
did
hell
this to
is
me
this
before.
about?
This is new, dude. It's the new update.
I wonder if it's because I'm on my computer and not my laptop. I mean, not my iPad.
I don't think so.
These bastards.
Yeah, dude. They never
Oh,
kicked
man,
us off
you
before.
got so much editing to do today.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know.
Now you're out of focus.
All right, let's hurry up. Let's hurry up.
Okay. All right. So the dead are coming back to life outside the isolated Mikkawakmak Reserve of Red Crow, except for the indigenous inhabitants who are strangely immune to the zombie plague. Case in point, we're at a Native American Indian, reserve. The zombie outbreak happens. They are immune to it. They can get bit. They can get killed and eaten alive, but they don't get the virus.
Right.
And the movie intertwines like old Native American like folklore, animation, and other shit. And basically, the Indians or the Native Americans, excuse me.
More editing.
It says Indians on here.
I'm just kidding.
The indigenous people, they have created a stronghold out of their reserve, and basically the white folk who live on the other side of their reserve are trying to get in because they hear that it's safe there and that the Native Americans can't catch the disease or the virus. And so basically it becomes like the Native Americans being like, well, do we help the white man or not? Because they've persecuted us for years and all this sort of stuff.
True.
And it's got that going on. It basically focuses on the main chief, not like Native American chief, like the chief of police on the reserve.
Oh boy.
Who also happens to be the chief, I think, or like a town elder.
Okay.
And like a bunch of the younger kids, and there's like Walking Dead-esque real life human story going on amongst the Walking Dead, Living Dead, zombie story.
Sure.
It's pretty bleak. It's very violent. It's short. It's like
Short
hour
and
and
sweet.
20.
Nice. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's really good. Blood Quantum. Dude, the
Blood Quantum?
artwork- Yeah, dude, the artwork, anybody who's watching live or watching on YouTube, the artwork is fire. It's fire. Like the,
2 words.
The cover. 2 words. Blood Quantum.
Nice, dude.
So, in the chat, somebody asked me, what do I think is the worst movie of the last decade? Which is like the hardest question ever, because I see more movies than most.
Mike Terry watches a lot of movies.
I go to the movie theater at least 2
Let
or
me get a
3
drink
times
really
a month,
quickly
which I
after
think is
this.
more than most people do. But it's it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to pick the worst movie. I've seen a lot of bad movies. Usually the bad ones you get forgotten about. Cats. We tried watching Cats. Me and my girlfriend tried watching it. It didn't work. Let's see here. Sometimes I forget Xbox. This trying to see what I'm here. Light banter, mates. Light banter. Sounds very American. We are very American, I guess. Anyway. But that's kind of all the horror movie stuff I got going on. If you guys don't know, I talk about it a little bit on the show. Shudder is a horror streaming service. Did you just get a snack?
Yeah, man. Everybody eats on Twitch. It's not weird.
Yeah.
People like order food and eat dinner on Twitch all the time. Yeah. Tell them, chat.
Podcast. It's terrible. It's terrible audio.
Terrible for the audio listeners, but fuck them.
What are you watching? What are you eating? A Kind bar?
Actually, yes.
Oh, are they going to give us a sponsorship now?
I don't know. That's why I'm covering the logo.
I know we can't tell what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's the only Kind bar I like. They got only a couple things that I like.
I like them. They got some good stuff. So, what was your worst movie?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. How do you pick a worst movie?
For me,
Cats. I started seeing Cats. It was pretty bad.
For me, shit, I don't know. I couldn't pick because I don't go see like movies that I think I'm gonna dislike. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think there's a certain like section of like the audience these days that like goes into shit with the mindset that they're gonna hate it. They want to go see something that they're gonna hate, so they can go fucking shit on it on the internet. You know what I mean?
100%. I won't go see things that I want to hate because I want to enjoy.
I want to enjoy them. Yeah.
That I paid for. You know.
Yeah, like I don't go to like watch rom-coms. You know what I mean?
Right.
In theaters. I don't go see anything in theaters now, but you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's here or there. That'll be a long. I'd have to really think about that. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
Whole episode.
Yeah. So what else, man? Any other shows or movies that you've been watching?
No, not really. I watched Dark Side of the Ring, which was awesome last night.
Who is it about
Vice.
this week?
This week is about Legion of Doom.
Fuck!
The rise of the Legion of Doom.
Hell yeah!
And the fall of Hawk.
What happened to him?
He died.
Drugs?
Like in 2000. His heart just gave out. He was like 46. He was a ripe old age of 46.
Steroids and painkillers. I got fucking granola in my beard now. Okay.
Yeah, you crunchy bastard.
Mm-hmm.
You're a crunchy man. Crunchy
Okay.
man. Okay, I'm on
All right.
Franken Faces, and I cannot find this thing.
Oh, you're still looking for the emotes, dude? Okay.
I mean, I did it. I'm on it.
Okay.
I'm searching for the one that has my name. Sad
Okay.
BMT.
Oh, you found my channel emotes.
No, I haven't. I'm on Franken Faces.
Okay. You have the emote menu pulled up in chat? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm on frankenfaces.com.
Oh, no. You don't need to go there. You just need to
No?
pull up the emote menu in chat.
I did this already.
I can explain it to you. Are you
Here
in
we
Twitch
go
chat?
again. I'm in Twitch chat.
Okay, so when you click the smiley face at
I'm
the
in
bottom.
Global.
Okay. So
And then under you, there's like a bunch of locked ones.
Okay, yeah, that's because those are my sub emotes, right? So do you see where it says all right, so on the bottom, right? Below where it says search for emotes, you see a star that says favorite. You see the thing that says channel that looks like a camera, and then you see those like 8 little dots or 6 little dots it is.
Yeah, I hit the dots.
Click the one that's the camera.
Okay.
All right, now click where it says channel emotes.
There is nothing that says channel emotes. It just says your name, and then it has the ones that are tiered.
Below that, there should be a drop-down menu that says channel emotes.
No, there's not.
Are you in my chat?
Yeah, I'm in the goddamn chat.
Refresh the page and try again.
I did before.
Can you screen share with me?
Sure.
Okay, screen share it.
All right, how do we do this?
Bro Metal Beard wants to know if there's any new music we went through during the lockdown. Not for me personally.
Oh, every day.
I listen to a lot of new music, but I don't know what any of it is because I just listen to
Host
Spotify.
disabled participant screen sharing.
How do I fix that? We only
Doesn't matter. We have a minute 40 seconds.
We got a minute left on the call. All right, whatever.
I hate this shit. I hate the goddamn pandemic. I hate living on Long Island. I hate goddamn Twitch. And I hate Zoom. I'm ready for this to be over. At least it's sunny outside. People who don't know me personally, I'm one of the most positive people you've ever met.
He is. He's literally
People
got
get mad
PMA.
at me at positive I am.
He's got
And
PMA tattooed on his body.
I am just pissed today.
That's okay. So I guess we might as well just wait the next minute before we go into wrestling, right? Before we might as well wait to restart the Zoom call for that, huh?
I guess so. Less than a minute. It's like fucking New Year's Eve.
It's insane.
Dude, quick New Year's Eve story before we get fucking launched off of here.
Yeah.
One year at our job when they were doing the countdown for New Year's Eve, it was after midnight. Everybody was so fucked up, and the band on stage went late. They started the countdown at like 12:01. I was like looking at my phone bartending, and I was like, all these people have no idea that it's midnight. And it was like 2,000 people in there.
Oh, my
I was
goodness.
having a good time.
Oh, my God.
Fuck.
All right. Well, we got to wait till we get kicked off, right? Because otherwise, if we restart the call ourselves, it's just going to just start at less than a minute, right?
I guess so.
Unbelievable. I don't understand. Every week, it's never kicked us off before, you know?
That's it. They want us to start paying these motherfuckers.
But you know what? They did an update today, and I think that's what it is. I think it's the update.
Well, you won't get kicked off of Twitch.
No, I won't get kicked off of Twitch, but I'll get kicked off of Zoom. All right, we're kicked off. Oh, fuck, man. All right.
A few moments later.
It's fucking bullshit.
I know, dude. What a fucking scuffed show, right?
Looks like we're going back to goddamn Discord.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know what? I think Nate was the problem with Discord.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, because Nate has
Fucking,
McDonald's
well, you know
Wi-Fi.
what it is? I don't know why, but my stupid motherfucking Zoom doesn't fucking ring on my computer.
I don't know, dude. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Scuffed.
Hello.
Anyway.
Welcome to the shit show. It's technical disaster ever.
Oh, worst episode ever.
Worst episode ever. No,
177 cursed.
177. Put it on. It's the worst episode ever.
It's cursed.
Oh, yeah, I ate your chips. I ate your goddamn chips. That's right. And I ate my girlfriend's chips and her guacamole.
Love Roblox says that you say fuck too much time. So what I say is that this is a channel that is intended for adults, and if cursing is too much for you to handle, you should not be here because we're from New York.
Yeah,
and
I'm
cursing
sorry.
isn't.
It's called the Rude Dude Cast, so you can fuck right off.
It's embedded in our language. He's probably like 6, dude. You probably just put him in tears.
Oh,
but
sorry, man.
He's got Roblox in his username. but
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
no, I'm sorry, guys. That goes for anyone. If you guys can't handle cursing, we're both from New York, and as I always say, I said this yesterday, I say this every day in my life that someone says something about cursing, is that it's just embedded in our language, dude. Saying fuck is like breathing air or blinking our eyes. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's just how it is. So anyway, shall we move in to the week? I'm just kidding. I don't think he's really 6. I think he's probably like 15 or something. But, so should we move into the week in wrestling then? Because there's a lot of wrestling news to get to.
Yeah, sure. Becky Lynch got knocked up. All right.
She did.
Big news. That's
She
big
did.
news. Now my dog is trying to sabotage me by pulling out cables.
Yep.
He's trying so hard. He's been outside the whole time just sunbathing. Now he wants to fuck with all the equipment.
Oh my god. So all right. So biggest wrestling news of the week. Obviously, Money in the Bank happened. What's up, Juju Plays? How you doing? Money in the Bank happened. Asuka won Money in the Bank. Otis won the men's Money in the Bank. And then on Raw, we get Becky Lynch, who comes out already in tears. So I knew something was up. I was like, oh, shit. we're gonna get her cancer announcement or something, or like her,
You thought she was going to announce she had cancer. You went straight to cancer.
So
she came out crying. You thought cancer was the first thing. Especially she comes walking out with the Money in the Bank briefcase that she doesn't have. You got your stuff? Wait. You need the charger. Okay. And I don't have to go to the hospital anymore. Maggie came home and got the computer.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for the computer.
So
kiss the dog.
Anytime a wrestler is in tears, right, and they haven't made whatever announcement, and anytime a wrestler is about to make an announcement, and before they make the announcement, they're in tears, I automatically think that they're going to talk about retirement. They're either going to retire, they have a career-ending injury, or like a career-ending illness, right? Like when Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
like
they got something bad going on.
But I jumped right to cancer. I thought it was cancer because I thought she was scared. You know what I mean? I thought she was in tears of, being afraid. That's the impression that I got. And then Asuka comes out. Becky Lynch gives her the belt. She says, she
opens a briefcase and the belt fell out of the briefcase.
Yeah, right. And she then makes the announcement that, the way that it was unveiled was like, first she gave her the belt and was like, this Money in the Bank match that you won last night was for more than you or anyone that was in that match knew. This was for the WWE Women's Championship. And then Asuka freaks out, does her celebration, runs around the whole place, and she was elated. You know what I mean? It was great. And then Asuka came back to the ring, and Becky Lynch was like, you get to go be a warrior, but I have to go be a mother. And
Asuka broke character. She's like, you're a mummy?
Yeah. So it was like...
Which is like, did we just get the face turn?
I don't think so. I think... But what we got, it's rumored that Asuka's reaction was genuine because she did not know ahead of time that she was going to be getting the title, and she did not know Becky was pregnant,
right?
Which is crazy, you know what I mean? And I think they wanted Asuka's legit reaction, so it's kind of cool. I mean, she could go back to being a heel after this, but I mean, she's great as a heel. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's why I think it would kind of be a mistake to make her a face. But everybody is pretty much
that thing in wrestling. Like you get so good at doing one thing that they cheer you then. So
yeah,
not that there's anybody there cheering, but
right. But everybody at home
she's
knows
definitely been the MVP of all this shit.
Yeah. So well deserved for her. I hope she has a nice long run with the belt. Becky Lynch, on the other hand, I have a feeling that this is the last we've seen of Becky Lynch. Maybe not. All right, I'll let me rephrase that. I think this is the last we've seen of Becky Lynch as like a full-time worker. There's been rumors of her going down the acting path, right? Like I think she already got casted in an MCU universe for something. So
she was just on an episode of Billions.
Right, dude. And so I think she's starting to get these offers now because when you're that big of a star in wrestling, it's only a matter of time before you start getting before Hollywood comes a knocking, right? Mm-hmm. And whether she succeeds in that is, to be determined, but I don't see why she wouldn't because she's pretty good at acting and stuff like that.
They already came out with the new shirts, the mom instead of the
ma, right? But I think...
Also, okay, Seth Rollins, though, did he acknowledge it on Raw or no? He went more psycho heel. He went more psycho heel.
Juju Play says she will return, and I think she will return too. But I think she's not going to return full time. I think we're going to see her part time. I think she's going to go into that John Cena phase of her career.
Okay, so dude, talking about belts? Did you see that they stripped Sami Zayn of his belt?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Yeah. But he's still claiming to be champion.
Yes. What, really?
Yeah, but you know what? They're going to do a tournament, which will be awesome.
Okay. Okay, so that's good. I think I'm not really crazy about Sami Zayn's current role anyway. Like I really don't like what they were doing with his character.
I thought he was finally getting there.
I think he was a while ago, and then they made him into a manager of a faction, and I think he should be the leader of the faction as like a wrestler instead of like a manager who happened to win the title like out of like under really weird circumstances. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I just didn't like what they were doing with it. The group of people too felt really weird. Just like a weird random selection. It was like Vince McMahon literally picked names out of a hat. That's what it felt like. It was like, okay, Nakamura, okay, fine, Cesaro, Sami Zayn.
Did you hear the rumors of guys, we're not fucking news people here. We just bullshitted about wrestling. Just if you never watched the show, We're not breaking news here.
No.
Did you hear about the guys who got fired forming a faction for AEW?
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean all the guys that got fired from WWE?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I heard the rumors about that, and I think that's awesome. You know what I mean? That'll be awesome.
Actually, Juju Play 69, which I like that name, in the chat is asking about Otis and Mandy. We forgot to go over we'll do it quickly. We had
Money in the Bank predictions last week.
Money in the Bank predictions. Let me get out my notebook.
That's right.
My notebook. Envy Metz, who is a regular in the chat and regular on our show, he always likes to be part of the prediction show. So, guys, whenever we do prediction shows, which we'll be doing one next week for Double or Nothing for AEW.
That's
so
right.
if you want your predictions in here, you just send them in the chat, and we'll pick one or two of you maybe and include you just to just to say thank you for hanging out with us. You're hanging out with us. You're part of the gang here. So. Mets, and then there was another person who gave a couple of their things.
You know how we could do it? I can do polls. People can answer in chat, and we could do a poll for each match and see what people vote on as their prediction. Whatever, it could just be chat. Whatever chat predicts. Hey, what's up, Not Pro Page? Everybody's part of the gang, of course. But that's what maybe we could do that next week, or it depends on how many people are here. If it's one person making predictions with us, then I'll just do the one person. But if it's like if we ever get it to where it's like a few people, we could hold polls and then that'll be chat's official prediction. You know what I mean? Anyway,
so let's go through it. So there was the pre-show match was Jeff Hardy's return against Cesaro, probably the best match of the night, and I don't remember who won it, but it was good, and we didn't predict it. We also had Bobby Lashley versus R-Truth, which started the Bobby Lashley MVP fucking thing back from their TNA days.
Dude, by the way, just quick anecdote, I think MVP is fucking great. I think he's a great heel. I thought
he's great. I love his Black Panther uniform.
Yes, it looks cool.
Or outfit or gear. Outfit?
Yeah,
gear. His gear. So Bobby Lashley beat R-Truth in a weird thing. R-Truth has a new character going on, apparently. He's talking about like Little Petey or something like that.
Remember Little Jimmy?
Yeah. He's got a new one though, right?
Yeah, he wears like false teeth, and I forgot what the name is, dude, but it's hilarious. R-Truth is just probably, like, apart from like Asuka, probably the most purely entertaining person in the WWE, dude. He's the only one who can go out there and make you laugh every single time,
Yeah. All right, so let's jizz bomb through these. Okay, so
nice.
We had the tag team title match, which is the New Day versus the Forgotten Sons versus Miz and Morrison versus LHP. Which is funny because LHP is Lucha House Party. I'm talking so fast today because I know that we're going to get cut off again. But the Lucha House Party, I read it as LSP, Lumpy Space Princess, which was an Adventure Time. Yeah. So we had we all had me and you had Forgotten Sons winning, and Mets had Lumpy Space Princess is winning.
Yes.
But the New Day won. The match was fine. It was an all right match. There's nothing right home about.
Yeah.
Bailey versus Nice Guy Tamina, or Nice Girl Tamina. Mrs. Nice Tamina.
Nice Tamina. That was so funny, dude.
Dude, can we talk about how great Sasha Banks looked knocking off Bianca Belair's outfit in this one? She looked so good.
Oh, yeah. She was dressed in a full body latex suit.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You a bitch? Get the fuck out of my chat.
Yo, who is this guy?
It's the fucking Roblox guy. I timed him out because he was spamming, but now I'm just gonna ban him because he called me a bitch. Eat my ass, bitch. That's how we handle it.
That's right. That's how we handle it at 30-something years old.
Probably 10 years old, too. Yeah. That's Twitch. You're in your 30s and you're just telling little kids to fuck off. You know what I mean? That's
eat your ass.
You swat flies.
It's
like swatting flies.
Eat your ass.
Like
you're telling little kids to eat your ass on Twitch. Sure.
A lot of people think that it's like. Well, I have a lot of adults that watch as well, but it's a mix. I have a real mixed bag of viewers, like outside of doing the podcast and stuff like that. And like sometimes I get a lot of younger people in here and it feels like daycare. Other times I get a lot of trolls in here and it's like swatting flies. And like right now it's a real mixed bag. Getting Roblox followers.
It's funny.
Now.
We have like a technical issue day. Plus we got these goddamn Trolliolioli's coming in here.
Yeah,
being annoying.
Trollioles. Yeah.
Okay, so
anyway.
Bailey versus Tamina. Dude, number one, I like heel Bailey. I don't know why the hate. She finally feels like I feel like she makes sense now in this role. Maybe
Right.
she should have always been a baby face, but still.
Bailey's probably like the most set at an impasse in her career. An impasse?
Ooh, that's a good
A
word.
stage of her career where she
was all right.
where she makes the more sense than she ever has, right? Because she was fine in NXT as like the hugger character, right? And then just got totally lost. That was totally lost in like the main roster. It just didn't make sense. Like I felt like I remember days in NXT where like she had certain matches where I'd be like, oh, if they push her the right way on the main roster, they could turn her into like the next John Cena. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I felt like she could have been that person that goes to all the Make-A-Wish things and like, you know.
Preach.
I thought that could have been her, you know.
Instead, it's Mark Henry. Mark Henry does all that stuff.
But of course, they get to the main roster, and just like so many other people from NXT, they don't know what the hell to do with her. So you know, but now it seems like she finally like got her footing back, and she's doing great.
Yeah.
You know?
So the match was all right. Bailey won. We said Bailey's going to win, except for Mets. Mets called her Haley, so Bailey won. We had the Braun versus Bray. I didn't like this match. I know you did.
All right, so okay, I'm gonna say it like this. I didn't particularly.
This was like watching a skit, not like a match.
I'm not gonna say that I actually like this match, but I would say it was like a 3-star match among a night full of 1-star matches. So
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like it was King Shit at Turd Mountain. That's what I mean. That's the way I like, because I didn't think it was a bad match. I thought it was an average match on a really shitty night. You know, so I'd put it as my personal match of the night because
I just got breaking news right now from the WWE.
What is it? Lay it on me.
Major announcement: William Regal will make tonight on NXT.
War Games. It's gonna be War Games, dude.
You think it's War Games? It's not that time of year.
No, I know, but every time there's a William Regal announcement, all I think is War Games.
War Games. In War Games. So yeah. So Fiend, the Fiend won.
Yeah. So with this match,
Who won this match?
Braun Strowman. So
we all said Bray was going to win.
Well, we all said Bray was going to win because I think we all were expecting the Fiend. And then when he came out as Bray Wyatt and not the Fiend character, well, there's your out and there's your way for Braun Strowman to win without making the Fiend look bad.
This is now like the routine. Like you face Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt, and then that turns into
it's like what they did with Demon Finn Balor. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. You face Finn Balor, he loses, and then he's like, "I'm being a demon." But it works the other way. I think it actually works better this way because it's a heel character.
Yes. Love Fortnite 15x. Thanks for the follow. I think that's also Roblox under a new account. But anyway, it's here nor there. But I think they did it because they did it the way this way because they needed Braun. They didn't want to take the title off Braun Strowman just yet, which I understand because it was just at WrestleMania where he got the title. So this was a way to do it without making the Fiend look bad after being unceremoniously dethroned by Goldberg just a couple of months ago. You know what I mean? Right. They had to make the Fiend still look strong, and their way of doing this was having it be Bray Wyatt instead of the Fiend, and it made perfect sense. And I thought it was just like, it was much better than I thought because like as soon as I saw Bray Wyatt come out instead of the Fiend, I was like, oh. And I thought it was going to be like another one of those matches like when they did Bray Wyatt versus The Miz, and it was just a total goof. You know what I mean? Where he was just letting The Miz kick the shit out of him and not fighting back even. But no, he actually wrestled this time, and you know, I think it added more depth to the Bray Wyatt / Fiend character than was previously there before this match. So that's why I liked it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. But they're gonna do it again.
Definitely. Probably.
We had Drew versus Seth. We all said Drew was going to win. Drew did win. They had a really good match.
Yeah, it was okay. It was good.
Yeah, it was solid wrestling.
Solid, you know what I mean? Like, hey, listen. I know everybody soured on Seth Rollins like over the last year, but the guy is not a bad wrestler. You know what I mean? His character's just like Roman Reigns has been overexposed, I think, and people kind of got sick of him in the same way that they got with Roman Reigns, But the guy can wrestle, and he's not bad on the microphone or anything like that when he tries.
No.
So, he's and all I'm getting at is that like he's fully capable of having like a really good match under the right set of circumstances, and I think this might have been those circumstances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And well, go ahead.
It was weird though. They did the handshake angle at the end, and that doesn't really seem in his character.
Right. So like on Monday, the next night, he came out and he was like, in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, when at the end of the movie, when like Cameron goes into that like catatonic stage where he stops talking and he sinks to the bottom of the pool. You know what I'm talking about in Ferris Bueller?
Uh-huh.
He went into that kind of mode where he was catatonic, and he was in a tag team match, and he was just like staring into the abyss, and like Buddy Murphy was trying to get him to tag in, and he was just like totally non-responsive for the entire match, just like all disheveled. Like the loss to Drew McIntyre, just like he basically was broken Seth Rollins. You know what I mean? Like the way broken Matt Hardy was, he's broken Seth Rollins now, basically.
Okay.
But then he snapped, and he beat the shit out of Rey Mysterio. Did you see that? You saw the eyeball thing?
I didn't see, but I heard.
Oh!
He thanks for the follow, love_big ass, much appreciated. He took Rey Mysterio's head and fucking jammed it into the corner of the steel steps.
Yeah. I heard.
Yeah.
So Rey Mysterio's alive. I mean, we'll get to
Oh, yeah. So, all right. We'll talk about that when we get to Money in the Bank, right?
we're there.
We're there.
This pay-per-view ended in 2.5 hours. It was shorter than Raw. And, okay, so we're getting to the meat and potatoes here. The whole thing that the show is built on, the Money in the Bank ladder matches, both happening simultaneously from the bottom. It's like they had the match inside Titan Towers. You had to get to the roof and get the briefcase. I thought that they were going to go a different route with this. I didn't think it was going to be all comedy. It was all comedy. There was no real like serious point to it.
Right.
I was expecting there to be more like a mixture of like the Undertaker Boneyard match meets like action movie with some comedy, because every action movie has comedy in it.
Sure.
But this was all, chuckles.
Right.
Between like the Doink the Clown ripoff, the going to Vince McMahon's office with Daniel Bryan. And don't get me wrong, I was entertained the whole time. And I just wasn't expecting it to be that.
Yeah.
And when they got finally to the ring to wrestle, it was so short and it kind of just happened. And, Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black got tossed over. And that was cool. But, I was like, oh, they murdered somebody, but it was totally unbelievable because he made a sound effect like 10 feet below kind of thing. And,
yeah,
Asuka wins. There was no other women up there when the time Asuka won. There was like one other person there. Not everybody made it to the roof. And it just felt like they did a lot, but I think they didn't, nail it. I think after the Firefly Funhouse match and the Boneyard match, there was so much potential to do a lot more.
Yes, and like I'll say a thing for me that the thing I noticed right off the bat was like the quality of the way it was shot was just not even close to like the way either of those matches, either the Firefly Funhouse match or the Bone Thugs and Harmony match was shot. Like, yo,
Someone say I'm man.
And and what I mean by that is like just camera quality. It looked like it was shot on an iPhone. You know what I mean? Like it looked like the lighting was shitty. It looked like all their production stuff, like all their cameras and stuff, were down in Florida. You know what I mean? And they shot it on iPhones, so it looked like shit. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. It looked like a fucking 720p YouTube video. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that was one thing that I noticed. There was some good. It wasn't all trash. You know what I mean? Like there was a few like funny moments here or there.
Yeah, like I said, it was funny. It wasn't I was expecting more of like an action movie. They did the thing. Somebody got in the elevator. Somebody did the elevator. Elevator move. Somebody did They did the stairs.
It was average. I give it like a 4 out of. You know, like a 5 out of 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it was whatever. But so, what did you think of the winners? What did you think of Asuka
Perfect.
winning?
So, all right. So, Asuka, obviously, I was elated that Asuka won because I don't think anybody in the company deserves it more.
Especially now knowing, what we know of her getting the belt afterwards.
Yeah. Otis, I like that they're taking a chance on Otis, but I think Otis is kind of just like, it's a real gamble for them because they don't know. Like, imagine Otis, like I said last week on the cast, right? Imagine Otis, everything that's happening with Otis and Mandy Rose right now, imagine it happening in front of a crowd. Would people be booing it or would they love it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't know. I mean, they definitely went the comedy character route with giving it to him. He does have the better storyline going on with Mandy Rose.
Yeah, they're like the main feature of SmackDown. You know what I mean?
And he won the belt and he won the briefcase. He's like, Mandy, I did it for you. But like,
it was like Rocky. He's like, go Mandy. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally like Rocky.
And that's fun. But like, I think they gave it to him because he's got the most potential stories here because he can get Ziggler back involved, which would be stupid. Which, by the way, the Ziggler cash-in was the best cash-in out of all of them.
I don't remember it.
Oh, it's the most exciting cash-in out of all of them.
Who did he cash in on?
I think we were there.
Cena. It was probably Cena.
Yeah, I don't remember who he cashed in on. And then we could have Ducky. We could have Tucky turn on him.
Ooh.
We have a lot of
big heel
potential
turn.
of the briefcase, or even Mandy trying to steal a briefcase or something.
Oh man.
I feel like there's just a little bit more there. The other person that everybody was hoping for was AJ Styles, and have AJ Styles win it and become like more of like a fucked up dark character because of what happened with him and The Undertaker.
Yeah, which it seems like they're going that route because they referenced the Undertaker match within the Money in the Bank match and then again on Raw. He's definitely dealing, like, I think they showed a trailer for the Last Ride documentary and then it cut to AJ Styles like being really upset watching it backstage. So I think they're going to do part 2 at SummerSlam.
Dude, the Last Ride documentary was great.
I got to watch it.
Yeah. It's real good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely Undertaker out of character.
Right.
But Chris Jericho's in the documentary. A lot of it.
Jericho's in it?
Yeah, you see him like, you see him walk up to Taker. He's like, "You got a film crew following you? What are they documenting your last match ever?" And this was at the WrestleMania against Roman Reigns.
Oh, hell no. Shit.
Yeah, dude, it's good. It's good. And, it's 5 parts. And the first part was kind of an introductory.
Wait, have they been working on it for like years?
2 years, 3 years.
So why release it now and not when he actually retires, right?
He's on his way, man. I think he's on his way.
Does it say that he wants to do? Does he say like who he wants his last match to be?
He mentions that like basically he was not happy.
Yeah, I know, but like the thing is like he's not gonna be happy. He wasn't happy right?
with his last matches.
Like I know, obviously, like the Goldberg one he wasn't happy with, but like it's like I don't think he's
they're gonna go into that more.
Like I don't think he's gonna retire until he can wrestle in front of a crowd. You know what I mean? I don't think he. I think he would want his last match to be in front of a crowd. So like I don't think he's gonna retire. I mean,
yeah, because every fucking wrestler's got that ego.
Yeah, ego face. So, like, I think it'll be a number of years, right? Because I don't think we're gonna get like big scale WWE live events probably till
next
like
year.
Late 2021 maybe. You know. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's so. Yeah, AJ Styles was the other one I was saying. Like that,
Yep.
I think it could have been him. But that's what it is. Dude, AEW Dark last night was stacked. You could tell they were so pumped.
Oh yeah, you sent me the card for that. I gotta watch it.
Dude, yeah. Who was on the card? Let me see here. Jimmy Havoc versus Luther in a death match at the end was the main event. John Cruz versus the Dark Order's number 10. Okay. Cole Cabana versus Sean Dean. Private Party versus Aya Cassidy. Private Party versus Lee Johnston and Musa. Orange Cassidy versus Jason Cade. Dr. Britt Baker versus Skylar. Phoenix, which was nice to see him because it's been forever, versus Alan Angels. Chris Statlander versus Danny Jordan. Jurassic Express versus Mike Reed and Ryan Rembrart. So pretty much they were all squash matches, but they were like matches that like got at least 5 minutes. They weren't like straight squashes. And the people that were there, they weren't like the other jobbers that they've had there the last couple weeks on Dark, or last month on Dark. it was like people that looks like they were maybe trying out or like at least have been in the business for more than like a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it was good. It was like an hour and 15 minutes long. It was like the longest Dark episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Keep on rolling, baby. But dude, did you see the card for tonight?
I saw Matt Hardy in the I don't see who his tag team partner was, but I saw it was like Matt Hardy and something versus like the Inner Circle, Ortiz and what's the other dude's name?
Santana.
Yeah, Santana and Ortiz. I saw like a promo Matt Hardy cut on them. I don't know if he meant like this week or if that was just going to be his next match in an undetermined date.
I'm gonna try to pull up the card right here. I had the card. It's my pop filter. Pop pop goes the weasel. Hey guys, just as a reminder, thanks for hanging out with us. This is the Rude Dude Cast on Dan's channel.
That's right.
Sometimes you need a reminder. You get lost jumping around the streams. Dog, if you knock over my shit, I will murder you. AEW card.
I got it.
You got it.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's see. MJF first match back, but doesn't announce against who. Lance Archer and Jake Roberts will appear.
Yo, did you see Jake Roberts last week with his fucking COVID mask on?
Oh
he was
my
extra
God.
scary.
People were fucking freaking out about that, dude. About
about him being there?
well, no, about the way everything went down with the snake and Brandy because
of like PETA?
Well, first off, yes and no, but more about the way he was like he mounted Mandy and like laid on top of her in like a real sexually suggestive manner. So a lot of people, I think, were upset.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. The dog's about to unplug me.
So I don't think it was that big of a deal because
it's wrestling. Get over it.
Like Mandy Rose, I keep calling her Mandy Rose. Brandy Rose.
Brandy Rose.
Wow. That's a WrestleMania or AEW All Out like main event right there, right? Brandy Rhodes versus Mandy Rose. 5 years from now, when they buy AEW, and oh god, I don't like thinking about that. What were we getting at? Oh yeah, so I could see how like a sexual assault victim or like anybody that's been involved or sexually assaulted or in any kind of way, I could see how someone watching that without anticipating that could upset the shit out of you. You know what I mean? If you've been like through some trauma like that. Then also what happened was Jake Roberts stepped on the snake. So
he did?
Yeah. And but the thing is though, like the first thing, or at least someone on Twitter, I saw somebody like really complaining about it. They were like, he stepped on the snake. And then I saw someone in the comments right below that was like, I'm a snake expert. Jake Roberts has been handling snakes for his entire career. Sometimes they just get under your feet. You know what I mean? Like,
fucking Steve Irwin of the internet.
Yeah, dude. Krusty Toes, thanks for the follow. So yeah, dude. So people were a little bit upset about that last week, but interesting to note, right? Speaking of Jake Roberts, a man called Sting.
It got shut down today.
Fuck the franchise. Oh man, his contract was up with WWE, and I saw Cody Rhodes was kind of like,
today it got kiboshed.
Damn,
not happening.
But I would have loved to have seen Sting show up to like, fucking just give Jake the Snake just a scorpion death drop just one time. Anyway, so they're gonna appear.
Jurassic Express versus the Best Friends.
Yes.
Brody Lee versus Christopher Daniels, which is a cool match because for a long time everybody was saying that CD was the Dark Order's the Exalted
leader.
one. Yeah, so I think that's going to be a cool match.
Yeah.
Penelope Ford versus Chris Statlander versus Hikaru Shida and versus Britt Baker.
Oh, my God.
Pretty much like a number one contender match without them saying.
Yeah.
MJF's return match. John Moxley wants his title back. Chris Jericho versus Shug D, a.k.a. Pineapple Pete.
Wait, yeah.
And Santana Ortiz versus Matt Hardy and Kenny Omega.
Oh man, I fucking love AEW. It's so much
It's going
better
to be a
than
good card
WWE.
tonight. And since my girlfriend is working overnight, I'm not watching Survivor live. It's a 3-hour Survivor finale.
Oh,
So we're
gonna
watching
watch it live.
tomorrow. So I'm going to be watching AEW live tonight with
Nice,
the commercials, unfortunately.
So
That means Picture
yeah.
in Picture's back tonight since they're live.
That's right. Picture in picture. Wait, I want to go back to something. Something on this card jumped out at me, okay? Penelope Ford, Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida. Hikaru! I also hate the way she announces Cody Rhodes' name. Just Cody!
Well, he's going to be Rhodes again.
Good. That needs to happen soon.
Hikaru!
Hikaru!
Sorry.
And versus Britt Baker. Okay, so... All right.
Yo, Britt Baker last night, someone shoved a finger up her nose by accident, and she, like, lost it.
On Dark?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
She's like, she can't even lock up right. She put her finger right up my nose.
So, all right. So Britt Baker, her last week, she's been on like a tear just since last
dude,
week.
She is cooking with gasoline.
She's cooking with gas. Okay.
Dude, she is like flying right now. She went from like super hot when they first started to tanking to
Yes.
like when the Jericho Cruise happened, like totally started to turn it around. And
Yeah,
now each
that was
week
the
it's
180.
better and better and better.
Yeah, because they really are bringing the whole dentist personality thing.
And I
in.
can't wait till Tony Schiavone comes out with her as a manager.
Oh, it's gonna be great. They got to do heel Tony Schiavone. But also last week they showed on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. So I don't know where it was posted. I think it might have been on her Twitter or something.
Mm-hmm.
Her entire perspective of the Matt Hardy, Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho and and Sammy Guevara match, right?
Uh-huh.
She was filming the whole match on her phone, so you heard everything she was saying, and it's so fucking funny, dude. So that happened, and then they did the whole dentist stuff, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing, too. It's a little scary. Just random Britt Baker news. Her dental practice reopened.
Oh, I saw.
And so now she's going to, for sure, pass coronavirus onto the entire roster in AEW. No, I'm just kidding. But,
Dude, wait, not to jump off of AEW, but I think we're kind of out of it, unless you got something else to add.
I wanted to ask, like, who do you see winning this match, and who do you see being the person that's going to face Nyla Rose at Double or Nothing?
Well, if there was a crowd there, I would say probably Britt Baker, but that would turn the Britt Baker.
It's heel
face
versus heel.
Yeah.
They can't do it. They can't do it.
I think Hikaru is going to win,
I
but I don't think she's going to beat Nyla Rose.
I know, but like the thing about her is, I
She's
feel like
already the number one contender right now.
yeah. So, but the problem is that like everyone like fell in love with her. You know what I mean? As like the top person for the division. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like right before the coronavirus happened. Like she was getting the big pushback then. And then everything happened with Corona. But then, like now, I feel like it's the time to give her the title. Like she needs it. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's also too soon to take it off Nyla Rose. So it's kind of like a what do they do kind of situation.
Well, it's also
you
because
know?
Nyla Rose hasn't been there. So
I
it's
know,
like-
I know. So it's like they're kind of damned if they
We're
do,
in
damned
weird
if they
times.
don't.
We're in weird
anyway,
times.
weird times. Anyway, here nor there.
Oh, so UFC came back this weekend, and
Really?
I'm not a big watcher of UFC. I watch it when there's like a huge card, and this card was pretty big, but I just wanted to watch it because it was so different because there's no crowd there.
Yeah.
Now, where wrestling suffers when there's no crowd, I think UFC was way more entertaining without a crowd
Really?
because you have the guys in the ring, they darken the arena. You still got Michael Buffer be like, and now it's time.
Man.
And so they have the announcers there. They have like all the press sitting in press like tables, like alone. And then you have the fighters come out. The fighters come out with their fight teams, like all the guys that walk the ring with them.
Right.
And so it was just crazy because all their fight team members are wearing, masks.
Right.
The referee isn't wearing a mask. Which actually last night on AEW, everybody was wearing a mask. All
I saw that.
All the referees were wearing masks.
Also, Butt, thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate that. Anyway.
But yeah, so like the fight teams had masks on. the ring girl was still in her bikini and she didn't have a mask on, which made no sense. But so it was crazy though, because they're fighting and you just hear straight shots. You hear the punches to the head. You hear like the elbows and the knees, like you hear it and you see it and you see the blood fly and you actually hear the impacts. Usually you just hear the crowd.
Yeah.
And you hear their coaches yelling at them, being like, "Fucking move, fucking move!" Like you usually don't hear that. And it was interesting too because the fighters said that they were adjusting how they were fighting based off the other coaches and the announcers. The announcers being like, "Oh, like in WWE, like or in AEW, like the announcers are right there, so the wrestlers can hear them."
Yes.
But they ignore them. Like in this, they were like, they heard the announcers being like, "They got to try doing this kind of thing," like. Yeah. It was different. I actually enjoyed it a lot more.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Very nice, man.
I'm definitely ordering Double or Nothing next weekend. I'm going to pay for it. I want to give them my money.
What's the way to do it for $10?
Fight TV or VR Live. VR Live, it might be like $30. Fight TV, apparently it says only for international people, but me and Joe did it last time and it was $10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just do that. So yeah.
Dude, because the last pay-per-view we watched for them, dealing with the streams was a nightmare. Yeah, I don't want to deal with the stream.
No. All right. Well, anything else? Any closing words?
Nothing. Sorry for all the technical difficulties today.
Yes.
Next week it'll be better. We'll have our preview for Double or Nothing up. If you want to join in on that, join in. Maybe we'll start a poll. Follow us at Twitter, Instagram at TheRuducast, Facebook.com/RuduCast.
MySpace.com/Rudu. No, I'm just kidding.
Friendster. We've been doing a lot more on Instagram.
Grinder.
So hop on there. We'll be on all your quarantine dating apps. If you got anything you're watching, drop us a line on the Facebooks or on the Instagram or you're in the chat when Dan's gaming. Like, if you got something you want to talk about, or you think we should talk about, or we should watch, give us some suggestions. We're running out of ideas of what to watch sometimes too. Maybe we can do a big group watch along on Twitch or something all together one night.
Yes, as long as it's like an Amazon Prime. It has to be like an Amazon Prime series and part of Twitch's watch party. But yeah, we can maybe pick some from watch party and do that one night. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So, but that's all I got. Thanks for dealing with all our frustrations and technical issues today. Today was a tough one.
Yep, and yes, definitely. This is definitely the most cursed episode of the Rude Cast in our entire 177 episode lineage.
No, we've definitely done one that probably wasn't recorded. It was probably you didn't hit record.
Well, do you remember? All right. So there was definitely one
a couple where Nate just kept calling and dropping out like all the time.
You remember how like my mic did the thing where it buzzes and like?
Oh yeah.
So there was like a few episodes where it happened for the entire episode and I didn't realize it. Those were probably like because that was like such a pain in the ass to like try to go back.
Well, dude, what are you gonna do? Fucking come Friday, man. Friday, rumors have it it's gonna be like 80 degrees. And you don't got that quiet air conditioner yet.
I'm ordering it. I was gonna order it last night, but I found the one that I'm gonna get, so I'm gonna order.
I realize which one it is. The one that we have at work is the quiet ones, like inside the office. That's up on the ceiling wall.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're expensive though. They go on the wall.
Like $1,000. Yeah. You gotta have like somebody come fucking put stuff in.
Yeah. Which one? Which one you getting?
It's just called the quiet air conditioner.
Bullshit.
I swear to God. It's I forgot what the hell it is. I forgot the brand name, but yeah, it's just called the quiet air conditioner, and it's 10 decibels quieter than the average air conditioner.
10 decibels?
That's a lot. That's a lot for something like that. So,
I guess so.
It is. It's like 43 decibels, whereas like the average one is like between 50 and 70 something. So, It's pretty good. It's like quiet enough that if I put a noise suppressor on, it'll like filter it out and shit. All right, y'all. This has been the Rude Dude Cast, the Scuffed Rude Dude Cast, episode 177. We'll catch you back here next week, Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless we say otherwise. I'm Dr. Dan. This is Bank Terry. Deuces and gooses.